Arena Bowl 23, Tampa Bay and Spokane officially underway. Receivers are Hank Edwards, Tyrone Timmons, and DeAndrew Rubin. This is Dietz looking for Rubin.
Tremendous season for them.
Leads the team in interceptions and also tackles. Dietz off the 3 steps.
Continues to rack up great numbers year in and year out.
On 3rd and 4, coming out to Timmons.
I'm sure the Shockers using this as a motivator for their team. Tampa Bay gets their hands on it and turns it around to use it for their benefit.
2nd and 1, Clay Harrell in for the injured Turner for Spokane. Tyrone Timmons. Defense. Terrence Royal, the fullback behind Dietz. DeAndrew Rubin in high motion. This is Royal just across the 20. Hank Edwards in high motion, creating trips to Dietz's left. Dumps it out to Tom Kalita. Now Kalita
back in. It makes all that a lot more difficult.
Tampa Bay 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far this evening. This is DeAndrew Rubin just across the 15-yard line. And place at linebacker, and Marsh is now playing defensive back. Dietz on 1st and 10. That's Hank Edwards.
Top of it.
Tyrone Timmons' favorite receiver down near the goal line. This is Eric Ortiz on the toss sweep. In for the Tampa touchdown.
Eric Ortiz for the touchdown.
Seen in the postseason on extra point attempts.
You're right. And guys that I think he's going to have to utilize getting them the ball quick against this fierce pass rush of the Storm.
Kind of double clutched it, but it's all right because he loves his pass rush. This is Marquis White again past the 20.
Secondary, and they finally got a group that's been together for a while, and they're starting to mesh a little bit and able to make some plays.
Rowley to Whitaker to the 10. Right, and Marquis White. High motion man. Underneath to Orton, trying to get across that 5-yard in at fullback. Rowley to Whitaker. Touchdown shot. And that one is blocked.
And just say, hey, we'll take those short ones as long as we keep moving the chains. An 11-play drive, which you don't see very often in arena football, but
uncovered. Initially covered, then finding a spot for that 1st down. Dietz again with time, and this is DeAndrew Rubin.
Offensive line, and that helps these quarterbacks to be able to spend a little more time in the pocket and step in
that time. 2nd and 5 from the 10. Dietz is dropped. It's Geathers. Richard Cleaver sprinting inside the 10. The sack by Geathers, the scoop by Cleaver, and Spokane is in business.
That long in arena football.
Rowley. 2nd and goal from the 5 with Marquis White in high motion. Rowley looking White's way.
There you see.
Is attempting an extra point, but that was a touchdown. Kyle Rowley to Marquis White. It was blocked by Geathers and fumbled. Scooped up by Richard Cleaver. He is intercepted by Mervyn Brookins. Inside the 10-yard line, run out of bounds at the 6. Late penalty markers. But Brett Dietz
up one more time.
And that was Mike Milosky with Albany. Rowley. That was a live football, could have been picked up. With 12:36 left in the 2nd quarter.
To let me get outside and have a little more space.
Marquis White in high motion. He is looking the way of Greg Orton. Tight coverage.
Roughing the passer, number 6, defense. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
Protect the quarterback, I'm always improving.
1st and goal from the 5. Rowley with the pump fake, now rolling to his right. That's Marquis White. You can't see him, but he does have the football. Spokane's 3rd touchdown of the night. 7. Tampa Bay led 7-0 at 1 interception. DeAndrew Rubin across the 10-yard line.
Get back into it.
Hank Edwards in high motion. Nice diving catch across
with the pad. So we didn't mind getting hit into the boards at those times because it was kind of soft, but you're exactly right. You can't play this game without expecting contact.
Speaking of soft,
get a rhythm going to the game.
Hank Edwards in high motion. Tyrone Timmons.
We got
2nd 5. Hank Edwards in high motion, creating trips to the right. Dietz with time. Penalty flag down, looking for
his on the coverage.
Holding,
You saw they got hung
12,
up a little bit.
Defense. Half the distance to the goal.
First and goal from the 4. Timmons in high motion. Timmons across the end zone. Another penalty flag down. First and goal from the 2. Eric Ortiz already has 1 touchdown tonight. Remains in at running back. This is Ortiz off the right side, fighting.
Touchdown, Tampa
And just
Bay.
getting across. Excellent effort by Eric Ortiz. That's his 2nd touchdown. After Eric Ortiz scored his 2nd touchdown, and Garrett Reed.
Be efficient with the football. Take what the defense gives you. Try to put points on the board every time out because you know you're one score.
Gordon in high motion to the far right of Rowley, and that is exactly where Cal looks. Run out of bounds.
Talk to your receivers about so far here in the box.
You know, they do have some personnel issues, so we need to take advantage of that, and hopefully we can 5-step the ball a little bit. So we're keeping it short right now, try to help the linemen out.
Gain of 37.
Holding, number 94, offense. Half the distance to the goal, replay 2nd down.
This is a simple post corner read by the defender. That as he comes out in high motion.
1st and 10 now from the 15. Huey Whitaker in high motion. Trouble handling the snap. Rowley backside to Marquis White. Heads
The defense or intimidate the offense, make them wonder when they're going to come. But it was one of the things that drove them nuts about these guys is they're always trying to get that jump to push the quarterback back.
for touchdowns. 1st and 10 from the 15 with Greg Orton in high motion. Off his back foot, Marquis White is wide open. He has 3 touchdowns tonight. Shock lead. Right, incomplete passes, the clock will stop. Onside kick. Hawthorne skying high to get it at his job at grabbing the football by Michael Hawthorne, the 6-year NFL vet. Brett Dietz with a pump fake, looking for Tyrone Timmons. Almost had it with one hand.
52 seconds runs out.
Tyrone Timmons in high motion. Dietz wants Timmons, comes to the other side. DeAndrew Rubin, easy touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Exact same play that he told himself he's going to come back. He's going to eye the backside defender. To score, you kick it deep. But in a situation where you've only got 49 seconds and there's no chance of them running out the clock, you definitely do an onside kick.
It's one thing to say it's a good idea, but Edwards.
First of what we've always done, and as we've seen this year, it's still very, very successful.
Dietz wants Hank Edwards, Mervyn Brookins on the coverage. 2 penalty flags down.
Pass interference, number 13, defense. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
On the door to go ahead. Inside give to Terrence Royal. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Number 12, Terrence.
You wonder there if it was
Orlando. First touchdown tonight ties.
If Tampa can come out and shut down the shock in this situation, go into halftime with a lead, it's got to be considered a successful half. On the other side, the Shock are looking to separate them from the storm because they know they're going to get the ball coming out of the second half.
Here comes Mervyn Brookins turning the corner and turning on the speed across the 25-yard line. Now from the 22, 17.6 seconds left. This is Huey Whitaker in high motion. And Huey Whitaker has a couple steps, but this is Marquis White, who now has 4 touchdowns tonight. Taylor Rowan is good.
Where you can at least gain some points back.
Brett Dietz looking left and throwing right. Some miscommunication.
And within the championship his first year, 1 year later in the second championship game.
41-yard attempt is blocked. Emery Salmons, I believe, number 19. Won the toss earlier tonight, deferred, so they get it here in the second half. Touchback, it'll come out to the 5. First half stats, 34 from this play. Good. And Whitaker is open.
The Shock, on the other hand, when they've had 2 opportunities to make plays, they've done it from a defensive standpoint.
3rd and 6, Rowley off 5 steps to Marquis White. 2 receivers to Rowley's left, Whitaker and Orton, and to his right, the high motion man, Marquis White. Greg Orton off the deflection to the 7. 1st and 10 from the 12, Marquis White. He in high motion. Looking to White, has him inside the 1, and that's where it's Kelvin Kinney in his 21st season of pro football with the rush. Cal Rowley trying to fight his way in, and he does. 6 possessions, 6 touchdowns for Spokane. With the 41-28.
All about the great history that Tampa Bay has, but it also shows the new direction of the league, which you see in some of these young teams, and specifically a team like Spokane.
Travis Williams with the interception. That is the 3rd turnover induced. In high motion, and Greg Orton to the far left. This is Huey Whitaker. 6'5", 220 coming right at.
Holding, number 8, offense. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of foul. Replay first.
First down and 2. A call you don't hear very often from the 10-yard line. Flips it out to Huey Whitaker, and this will be a Spokane.
Going up at its highest point and getting it.
2 interceptions in the postseason for Travis, 8 when you include the regular season. Now this is Huey Whitaker. Looking in Huey Whitaker's direction, we had.
There's no foul for defensive pass interference. The pass was uncatchable. Offsides, number 98, defense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And I think they really felt going into this game that was going to be a huge key. How patient the Shock is and Kyle Rowley, that they had to get in his face and force him to make mistakes. And I think that's why you're seeing
Huey Whitaker as wide open as he'll ever be. Touchdown, Spokane. On to make it lead in the NFL. Anything but safe, especially with 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Dietz off 3 steps and a wide open Tyrone Timmons. Doesn't quite get across the 20. Nice tackle by Antoine Marsh. Cedric Robinson in high motion. 5-step. Dietz to Tyrone Timmons across the 20. Going to get inside the 10.
they're pulling it back and not giving him another one.
Dietz wants Tyrone Timmons. Incomplete. Pretty throw. Then from the 10. Tampa Bay 4 for 4 on 3rd down. This is Hank Edwards. What a catch. As we await the signal and the ruling here. Incomplete. The 10. Dietz with time off his back foot to Edwards. We're going to have interference against the Spokane defense. Looked like Travis Williams got a push in there. For Tampa Bay from the 5. Eric Ortiz. What a night he's having. Touchdown number 3 for Eric Ortiz.
Really the same play that they've run a number of offense.
Now inside a minute, Garrett Rivas up and in to kick off for Tampa Bay. Eric Ortiz just scored. Rivas extra point, made it 48-35. Here comes another onside kick. Antoine Marsh fighting to hang on. Great hands, great toughness. Spokane offense going to set up first down and 10 from the Tampa 13. Greg Orton in high motion. Plenty of time directing traffic, and that is Huey Whitaker. Touchdown, Spokane. Taylor Rowan, perfect. First down and 15 for Brett Dietz. He has Hank Edwards in high motion. Hank Edwards across the 10 and the 15-yard line.
Doesn't make mistakes, and that's the reason that you win championships.
Dietz off 3 steps underneath to Edwards. Trying to get across the 25-yard.
20 points midway through the 4th quarter. Just feel like they need to make something happen to try to get back on track.
Dietz to Timmons, comes back for it. Good looking play. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Garrett Rivas with a chance to cut the Spokane lead to 13, and he can't do it.
All game long, or do you take another chance?
And there it is.
With an onside kick to see if he can turn it in your direction. He earns their respect because of what he brought to the table. His energy, his excitement, but also his knowledge of the game, and that's what separates.
Going to Marquis White in the 2nd quarter. Huey Whitaker also has a trio. Looking to Whitaker, and
he won, and he could teach them something. And I think that's been the key to his success with these young guys.
Rowley looking for Whitaker with the defense. Looking for the big fella, Ed Te'amu. Touchdown, Spokane. 41. Taylor Rowan on to make it 6.
A young guy, but it seems that he has the command of this team, and he is truly the leader.
Coach Keefe is an incredible person. If you know him, you know that. And
there are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal twist, number 4 defense. Holding, number 77 offense. Penalties offset. Replay first down.
In a football, and so coming in here, they were playing the best team defense of anybody in the league, and it just goes to show, like you said, how well this Shock offense is clicking.
Tyrone Timmons going to be the high motion man for Brett Dietz. Doesn't see anything he likes, and Hank Edwards likes that. 6 points, Tampa Bay. Dietz to Timmons. 2-point conversion, yes. 4 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Huey Whitaker in high motion. Rowley underneath to Greg Orton. Rowley gets that one and then some. Tim McGill scoops him up, but that is to
led them to the Arena Cup final and championship. And it's interesting to think what may have happened had he not got called up by Kansas City.
Marquis White with one hand hauls in touchdown number 5 on his night. We do have a penalty flag on the 10-yard line.
To the goal, replay first down.
5 steps, moving out to his right. Marquis White is interfered with by Eric McIntyre. 15 now from the 17. Marquis White in high motion. Coming underneath to Greg Orton. Nifty moves inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5. And Huey Whitaker. Keeping it himself, Rowley. For 2,300 receiving yards in the Big Ten for Greg Orton. Looking for Huey Whitaker. Touchdown, Spokane.
Going back to the play that's used very early in the game, the first touchdown of the game from Kyle. And I'm sure in this community is they've grown so close to this football team. This is going to allow them to get behind it.
Brett Dietz.
Night after the Arena Bowl, he brought all his guys into a room together. And one by one, he introduced them to one another again. But this time, instead of from Florida State, had a chance with the Philadelphia Eagles. He introduced them all as Spokane.
Sell here. To take a look at this play here, Brett Dietz running the Storm offense, putting it right on Tyrone Timmons inside the 10-yard line down at the 7-yard game. They left out that T, Kurt. It could happen. You understand?
It could definitely happen.
Dietz across the middle to Hank Edwards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cutting the last 2-point attempt. Cedric Robinson in motion. Rolling to his right is Dietz, looking to come on back. We do have a penalty marker on the field, and it's in.
Prior to the pass, holding number 13, defense. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Replay the try.
His receivers are making it really hard on the Tampa Bay offense.
Eric Ortiz fighting his way across the goal line. Ball comes out, but he did have the football when he crossed the goal line. That's 2 points, Tampa Bay.
But the Shock's done a really good job with these onside kicks for the most part on the day, and especially when they expect it. So,
non-conventional onside kick. This is Mervyn Brookins chasing.
And they've only lost one game inside this building, so it's become a distinct home field advantage for their team.
Marquis White is running free. The ball is underthrown. That's going to be interference on Michael Hawthorne. Preseason action tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern, right here on NFL Network. Cal Rowley keeping it, and 2 timeouts remaining for Tampa Bay. It appears the Storm have conceded. The Spokane Shock leading 69-57 as we watch the final seconds tick off. 1 year of AFL existence, 1 AFL title. The Spokane Shock, your 2010 Arena Bowl champions.
And you hear the fans counting down and the celebrations have begun, but this was the plan from day one. When they started in '06, was to build a successful team, to build a group around the community and around this kind of community to hopefully one day make that jump to AF1, which they did this year, and to finish it off with a championship. So many things that have gone to scale, have gone to plan so far, and I don't know if anybody would have expected it at the beginning of the year with the first-year head coach